pointing at random things.
I like this stuff too.
I like this stuff so much.
Noor Al-Harmoudi. I am a jiu-jitsu athlete, blue belt, and I've been training for about a year and a half now.
What did you study in university?
I did my bachelor's in Zayed University. I studied integrated strategic communications and I minored in applied psychology. And I worked for about a year, and all the money from work was invested in my tuition for my master's, international marketing in Holt Business School, Boston, US. How it started was I was visiting a friend who was training MMA at the time, and I was just visiting from the gym. I used to train CrossFit. The MMA instructor looked at me and he was like, "You get in the cage."
Oh my god.
And I'm like,
I'd rather not.
I don't know. I don't want to argue with an MMA instructor,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you gonna get whooped?
Yeah, you're gonna get whooped. Because MMA in Team Nogueira is Muay Thai, wrestling and grappling, and I joined at the grappling day. And it felt so natural. I thought I'd feel like a fish out of water. I never thought about martial arts before that. And it felt very instinctive.
Not like overthinking it anymore.
No.
It's just like your body moves on its own.
It does. When I wanted to compete, I realized that there are no grappling competitions for women. I had to make the transition from grappling to the arena sport that we now call jiu-jitsu. It does have all of these classes, they have all these competitions, and they have mixed competitions as well, but with a ladies division only. It's pretty huge. I never knew how huge it was until I traveled to the States and everyone told me, "Oh my god, you're from Abu Dhabi." And I'm like, technically I'm from Dubai, but they're like, "But Abu Dhabi,
yeah,
they
like
got
same thing."
And I'm like, yeah! I had no knowledge of the athletes or even of the competitions, and competitions happen
regularly
on a weekly basis. A lot of humility learned and acquired through training jiu-jitsu. I think there's so much respect and there's so much discipline and commitment that I personally have not found in other sports.
Better question for you. What would you tell people, especially those who say jiu-jitsu is a violent sport?
Contrary to popular belief, jiu-jitsu is actually the gentle art of the martial arts. It's one of the very few that is a defense sport, not an offense sport. It was made for the smaller, weaker person to leverage.
Who you calling weak? Who you calling weak?
Generally a smaller, weaker person.
So
leverage the other person's weight and power and even momentum to your advantage. Jiu-jitsu was made for self-defense. It was made to prove that with just pure technique, you can actually win over someone who could be much muscular, you know? Point system. How you ultimately want to win is by getting a submission.
So a submission is a tap out?
Yes, it's a tap out, or someone could sleep from choking.
By the way, that's so funny. For me, that's like the scariest but funniest thing ever.
You're out. You're done.
Okay. At an immediate win?
That's an immediate win.
Okay.
That fight is over. You're the winner.
So that's like the ultimate goal.
Yes, submission. Another way you can win is by collecting points and accumulating points over time. Usually over 5 minutes in a fight. The most points you can get are 4 points, and you can either get them from mount or from back mount. And these are the most dominant positions in a fight.
How long should you be in the mount for you to get the point?
3 seconds. The pass, which is your guards. Your guard is your leg, and you're trying to attempt to pass the guard and get in a stabilizing position, and that's 3 points.
If you pass his guard?
Yes, if I pass my opponent's guard. Their guard is either closed or open, which are their legs. So if I pass the line of their hips,
Khalas.
I've passed them, but I also need to stabilize my position. Otherwise they can recover their guard and then there's no points.
I know it's a weird question.
It is a weird question because I have made a conscious decision of separating my professional career from my athletic career. And I make sure that I try to succeed and thrive in both of them respectively. You don't either have to be an athlete or either have to be a professional.
Okay, but I'll ask you a harder question.
Tell me.
But if you could choose?
If I can sustain myself and secure myself, I would choose Jiu-Jitsu.
Have you ever lost a competition? If yes, what has it taught you?
Girl, I have lost so many.
And have you won?
I have won a few, yes. But I learned more from the ones that I've lost at than the ones that I've won at. Especially in my,
I'm sorry for putting salt on your wounds.
No, this is fine. This is okay. This is, you know what's funny about losing in Jiu-Jitsu? You lose every day on the mat to a higher belt. They tap you out, they choke you out, they strangle you, they hyperextend your limbs, and you tap. And this is what I'm talking, this is the kind of humility that I'm talking about, that when you lose at a competition,
it's okay.
It's fine. And instilled sportsmanship within you that it's fine that I've lost, but I really need to know why I lost. You know, you can give excuses
to not try something
today till, like, I don't know,
end of time.
But if there is no willing, if there is no wanting, if there's no desire to train or to even try something new, you're really not gonna go anywhere in life. We're talking in an athletic sense, but take that out of the context and put it in a life sense, and it's just applicable, you know.